Ladies and gentlemen, I am back again and it's day 2 and today I am going to discuss about very interesting topic. The topic that you might not have heard a lot of much, but this topic, this thing will change your life. Not from today, but from now. Okay, without any further delay, let's dive into it. So, so good morning everyone once again. Let me start with the scene, okay? It's 11:47 p.m. You are in the bed, phone in hand. You told yourself just 10 minutes. Now it's almost midnight. Your brain says, tomorrow I will manage. Tomorrow I will manage. Tomorrow I will manage. Just, I'm very confident. You scroll one more reel, one more video, one more message. Now, let me ask you something honestly. Is that a discipline problem? Or is it a logical thinking problem? Because if you apply pure logic, the chain is very clear. Sleep late, all the way go to the work, wake tired. I think you didn't get it. Let me start again. Sleeping late is all going to have a wake tired. Sleep late is equal to wake tired. Wake tired is equal to low focus. Low focus is equal to poor performance. And poor performance means stress. Stress means distractions. And distractions, again, late night scrolling. Guys, this is the thing most of the people don't understand. It's a loop. We are in the loop, guys. The sleeping late is all the way coming again with the same loop. I think you get it, okay? So, logical thinking is the ability to see that change before it controls you. It's the ability. It's the ability to know the things logically. And most of us don't. That's for sure. We don't lack intelligence. Be sure about it. We don't lack intelligence. That's not a problem. We lack the logical sequencing. Here's something uncomfortable. Many smart people live average lives, not because they are incapable, because they don't think logically about consequences. That's the ultimate reason. Logical thinking is not about solving math equations. Many people misunderstood about logical thinking is all about math, solving the math problems. No, it's applying the whole. It has a very vague scope, not not only limit to the math. So it's all about asking, if I do this, what happens next? And then what happens after that? And then is this pattern leading where I am actually want to go? So you have to ask yourself, is this the thing? Am I doing the things that lead to the thing that I want to go? You have to ask again and again, what if I do this? What if I do that? What will happen if I do this? And will what the consequences is lead when what will consequences lead to me next? Logically think logically. Don't get panic about it. All thing is about asking one more questions about what will happen next. Talking about talking about questioning everything, it's never lead to overthinking. That's the problem. I will get to that in another video. So let's speak about this logical thinking, okay? So it's all about answering, it's all about questioning the things that is going on, and that is logical thinking. I think you get the point about surfacely you get all about what is logical thinking actually. So this is also a problem of many people. They don't know about something and they want to learn about it. But be confident with the answer of what is it. After you be the confidence about what is it, after you know about what it is actually, then only you can lead forward to it. So that's the purpose. I have shared you all story about it. Okay, so that's logical thinking, questioning. So let me tell you another real story. A young man I know wanted to start a business. A young man I know wanted to start a business. He watched motivational videos, of course. He followed entrepreneurs. He bought courses. He designed a logo and he announced on Instagram. Big things coming. But he never asks the logical questions. So don't be afraid of asking questions to yourself or the others. Be that much curious to know about what will happen next. Don't get afraid, don't fear questioning. So, who exactly is my customers? These are the questions that he have never think about. Who exactly is my customers? Specific problem am I solving? Why will they choose me? What is my cost? What is my break-even point? I think most of the people don't know about what actually is break-even point. So break-even point is basically Um, it's basically a point at which total revenue equals to total cost. So the revenue, the total amount of money that has been earned by the business, is equal to the total expenses you have done to that business. That's the break-even point. After the money that you make after reaching the break-even point will be your profit. That's it. He was motivated, but he was not logical. 6 months later, the business failed. He blamed the market, the economy, the competition. But the truth, he skipped logic. Motivation without logic is just speed without directions. Who you move fast, but maybe 2 hours a walk. Logical thinking forces you to remove assumptions. Logical thinking force you to remove assumptions. They don't force you, they remove everything that is based on the assumptions. There is no any assumptions are entertained in logical thinking process. It's all about facts, it's all about the data that is being collected, not assumptions. Okay. And assumptions are dangerous. Yeah, it is dangerous. Let me give you a let me give you a common one. Okay, if I work hard, I will succeed. Sounds good, right? This is the phrase that you have. Even I have heard as much time, like in the schools, like in my own house, in this college, by my friends. Everywhere I have been listening to this phrase. If I work hard, I will be succeed. I will succeed in life. Sounds good, but but logically incomplete. Hard work on what? In which directions? With with what feedback? For how long? Against what competitions? These are the questions that many people miss. Almost every people miss. Hard work on what? Doing only hard work doesn't lead to success. That's the truth. In which directions? Which direction are you going to focus? Will that really need your hard work? With what feedback? During the process, you will get the lot of feedback, but not all feedbacks are meant to be listened by you. Think about it. For how long? Doing the hard work till you're dead. That's little uncomfortable and doesn't sound good. So for how long? We have to decide this. For how long? Against what competition? So without having the answer of these all questions, you are incomplete with this phrase. Working hard lead to success, and talking about all the questions, you doesn't have to get all the answers in a single day. I am not telling you to get the answers right now. You will get those answers during the process, but don't don't let that questions die during the process. Your journey is all about answering that question. Okay, that's the thing. Hard work plus wrong strategy is equal to exhaustion. Hard work plus wrong strategy is equal to exhaustion. 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 Exhaust. Logical thinking doesn't kill dreams, it strengthens them. Logically thinking persons doesn't kill the dreams, they strengthen their dreams more and more and more. The more they answer the questions properly, they will be a very nice person. Now, let's talk about something even more relatable: relationships. Relationships. Are you single or mingle? So, let's let's leave that for a second. How many arguments happen before? Sorry. How many arguments happen because of emotional reasoning? She didn't reply for 2 hours. She doesn't care. This is not logic. This is assumptions. Logical thinking asks, what are the other possible explanations? Maybe she is busy. Maybe she is driving. Maybe her phone battery died. Logically thinking reduces unnecessary conflict. It prevents your mind from jumping to conclusions. And jumping to conclusions is not one of the most expensive habits in life. And jumping directly into the conclusion without answering the questions is very expensive habits in life. It will lead to a very bad situation. So don't forget to think logically. It is very expensive habits. So think about it. Let me share another scenario. You see someone your age earning more than you. Yeah, with the rise of the social media, it's this thing is more and more and more uh, rising, concerning. Many people see the same age group people are earning in lakhs or even in crores. Immediately, your mind says, I'm behind, I'm lacking someone. You start feeling FOMO. Logically thinking says, behind compared to what? Same industry, same starting point, same support system. same responsibilities. Comparison without context is illogical. Illogical. This comparison thing is all like it's more in southern part, in Nepal, India, like that thing. Comparison has been a very deep in the southernest region of the world. So let me be clear: comparison without the context is illogical. An illogical comparison destroys confidence, and logical thinking protects your peace. Here's something powerful. Logically thinking is a pattern recognition. Yes, this is a pattern recognition. If you spend money emotionally every weekend, logically you will struggle financially. If you avoid difficult conversations, logically problem will grow silently. If you keep postponing health, logically your body will send stronger signals later. I am very impressed with this lines. Again, I want to tell you about this line, so you have to listen it carefully once again. If you spend money emotionally every weekend, logically you'll struggle financially. That's for sure. If you avoid difficult conversations, logically problems will grow silently. And if you keep postponing health, logically your body will send stronger signals to you later. Logic is neutral. It doesn't care about excuses. It only follows the cause and effect. That's why logical thinkers are powerful. They don't wait for disaster to teach them. They don't wait for the uh, disaster to teach them. They simulate consequences only. Sorry. They simulate consequences early. And there is another thing that I don't like that much, like learning from mistakes. But having said that, learning from mistakes, if you think clearly, does that uh, phrase makes sense without logical questioning? Does that thing make sense without logical thinking? Don't don't give the the don't give the general answers like you have been hearing about, but think logically for a while. Think logically. Does that phrase? I think you get the answer about. You might have questions yourself about that phrase, and you might have give the answers. So comment down. There is no hesitations. Comment down the answers of that questions. Comment the questions as well as the answers. That's your task. So let me tell you about a job interview I once observed. Two candidate, two candidates were asked, "Our sales are dropping. What should I do? What should we do?" First candidate, "We should increase marketing." Confident, fast answer. Confidence, fast answer. Second candidate paused. Asked, "Which product line? Which region? What changed in the last 3 months?" It is seasonal? Is it seasonal? That pause was logic. This questioning is logic, and the process of thinking logic is a logical thinking. The second candidate understood something important. A conclusion without data is guessing. And I have already told you that guessing and assumptions is very, very dangerous, very, very expensive habits. Logical thinking is disciplined thinking. Logical thinking is also disciplined thinking. Think about it. It refuses to jump. It demands structure. It refuses to directly jump to the conclusion based on what you see, what you observe, without thinking logically the process. Jumping from here to directly here. It refuses that. And it demands structure, step by step by step by step, thinking logically, questioning and answering that based on the data, not guessing. Now, let's talk about some social media. You see a viral video. Someone confidently says, this industry is dead. This career has no future. This is the only way to succeed. Logical thinking asks, what evidence supports this? Is this data or opinion? Is this one example or a global pattern? What intensive does this people have? Confidence is not proof. Volume is not validity. Popularity is not correctness. Logic protects you from mental manipulations. So, having said that, one thing has come up in your mind: AI. Um, in recent time, we have been listening to this thing all the time. AI will replace that job. AI will replace that, and we will jobless in the near future. So it might be correct or it might not. But the thing that I have just done was all about guessing. Where is the data? Where is where is the data that can prove that the AI is actually replacing the jobs and it will go on replacing? So many people skip this part. They skip questioning. They skip demanding the data that can prove this statement. AI will replace a job. And listening to this phrase, AI will replace and AI will replace the job, many people start panicking. So from today, don't do that. Think logically and uh, s- talking about the um, volume. Volume is not validity. So it is mostly seen during the political election system, no, election time, or in a very general scenario where a person says a wrong thing again and again and again with the very confidence, and a lot of people or a single people say that again and again and again. The public start, they stop thinking, they stop questioning, and they start believing that thing, which might be wrong. So volume is not validity. Popularity is not correctness. If some people is very popular, like Elon Musk, he's very popular, and we know he's a very intelligent people among all the people. But that much of popularity doesn't lead him to correctness all the time. We must think logically about it. Uh, yes, Elon Musk is very intelligent and he has proved himself again and again and again, and that doesn't prove him that he will be correct all the time. So demand the data. What is the credible source that is doing this? Popularity is not correctness. Think about it. Uh, Logic protects you from mental manipulations. I have a lot of examples in my head, but it is little inappropriate to share with you by now. I will try to like um, tell about this example in next video or the later video, future video. Just don't worry, I will get to that. So let's go deeper about it. Logical thinking is also about internal history. Sorry for that. I have a lot throat problem today. Logical thinking is also about internal honesty. Your brain says, I will start tomorrow. Logic says, based on past performance, will you? Based on the past behavior, will you? And your brain says, this is just one cheat day. Logic says, is it really one? Your brain says, I work better under pressure. Logic says, or have you trained yourself to procrastinate? Logical thinking sometimes hurt. That's it's logical thinking is all about questioning the uncomfortable questions. So don't avoid that questions in anyhow again. You don't move ahead without answering that questions that will come during the process of logical thinking. That's very important to be answered because it exposes your patterns, but it only empowers you because once you see the pattern, you can change it. I've already told you about the logical thinking is also about the pattern recognition. Like you have the data. Like I have in the recent examples I have shared you about the conversation between brain and you, logic, brain and the logic. There, the logic has the data. It has the past data of himself, the brain, how the brain is thinking. He has a past data, and the brain is just guessing. But the logic is trying to answer based on the data. Will you? Is questioning it. So this is all about the logic. I think I have given a lot of satisfactory amount of uh, examples based on the logical thing. What is logical thinking, and how should we do it? How should we build a logical thinking? Once you see the patterns, you can change it. Many people think logical thinking kills creativity. Wrong. It sharpens it. Creativity gives ideas. Yes, logic tests them. Creativity creates ideas. Logic tests it. Creativity says, what if? Logic says, how exactly? Together, they build innovation. Without logic, creativity becomes chaos. Without creativity, logic becomes rigid. But today, we focus on logic because without structure, even the best ideas collapse. Without structure, even the best of the best of the best ideas collapse. There is a lot of examples in the history. Let me ask you something serious. 5 years from now, where will you be? Where are you envisioning to go, to reach? What is your destination? Yeah, I heard most people answer emotionally successful, rich, happy. Logical thinking is asked what daily systems lives there? What skills are required? What habits support that? What sacrifices are necessary? Future is built not by wishes. It is built by logical alignment of daily actions. Your logic, your daily routine is a logical vote for your future. Your daily routine is a logical vote for your future. And here's the powerful line. Logic doesn't care about what you want. It only cares about what you repeat. Powerful line needs to be repeated again. Logic doesn't care about what you want. It cares about what you repeat. If you repeat distractions, logic predicts mediocrity. If you repeat discipline, logic predicts growth. It's not magic. It's all about patterns, the data, the repetitions. It's math of behavior. It's exactly the math of behavior. Let me end with something very clear. Logical thinking is the ability to see the cause and effect, detect flawed reasoning, avoid assumptions, demand evidence, predict consequences, and align actions with goals. Having said about the predict consequences, it's all about based on data, not assumptions. Predict consequences and based on data. And align actions with growth, goal. It's not cold, it's not robotic, it's clarity. In a world full of noise, logic is structure. In the world full of emotional reactions, logic is stability. In the world full of opinions, logic is grounding. If you develop logical thinking, you make better financial decisions. You build stronger relationships. You avoid manipulations. You reduce regret. And you design your future intentionally. And most importantly, you stop being surprised by outcomes because you saw them coming. So before the next decision, pause. Ask, if I continue this pattern, where does it logically lead? If I continue this pattern, where does it logically lead? And if you don't like the answers, change the pattern, change the behavior. No, don't change the questions, baby. Change the behavior, change the patterns. This is logical thinking. This is power, and this is the future, and this is the very important skills that you have to leave. That's it for today, guys. Dhanyavad. Thank you.